an actor who has carved his niche over the years, Mohammed Zeeshan Ayyub is definitely making all the right noise thanks to his role in the recently released series Scoop. Now, his realistic portrayal of a journalist with ideals torn between his duty towards his profession versus personal relationships has struck a chord with viewers. On the other hand, a film that Zeeshan was part of early on in his career, Raanjhanaa, recently completed 10 years. Now, to get talking about the movies, his path to success, what is next on the cards, and a lot more, the actor joins me exclusively on Mirror Now. Zeeshan, thank you very much for your time and great to have you on the show. Let me begin by asking you this. You are, of course, a Delhi boy who moved to Mumbai, the city of dreams, like they say, in a quest to hone your skills in acting. Now, your journey, of course, has been extremely inspiring. When you started, you had once said you had, really hard days, barely anything to survive at one point. Looking back, you have definitely come a long way.
I think, as you yourself said, I think it has been really wonderful, and I'm really glad and really happy that things have worked out. Though I never had any dream of that sort that I'll come to Mumbai and I'll become an actor. That was when I was doing my graduation. Then I had that dream, but after I went to NSD and then I was doing theater, so I just landed up in Mumbai by chance, and I landed up a film by chance. No One Killed Jessica, and then the journey started. And yeah, it has been a beautiful journey, and I'm so glad that I chose this path.
Right, Zeeshan, as you pointed out, you of course also give a lot of credit to your NSD days, and then you of course switched to movies. Any role that changed the way you looked at the craft of acting?
I think it was while I was doing theater, I was acting in plays in my college, Kirodimal College, Dramatic Society of the Players. I think that is when I started loving this form, and I was like, okay, this is something that I really want to do, and I want to be an actor. And I think that was the moment. There was a play by Barry Keefe. It's originally it's called Gotcha, and we adapted it, and we named it Dhappa, like in I Spy, the Indian version. So yeah, that was the play when I was doing that, and certainly it was like that. I was feeling really good, really happy, and it was more like, okay, maybe this is something. Maybe I found something that I really, really, really love and appreciate, and would love to grow in this field and this area. So yeah, that was the problem.
But Zeeshan, your body of work, the different kind of projects you have done, from Tanu Weds Manu, Rise, Tube Light, Shahid, Manikarnika, The Queen of Jhansi, or Article 15, or even for that matter, if you rewind to 2011, when you nail the negative role, the list of course is endless, but you tasted massive success and appreciation for Raanjhanaa?
Definitely, people hated me, which means that they loved my performance. So I'm really happy. And it's really difficult to choose any one performance here. I think I know most of the actors say the same thing, that it is like choosing between your child and or your children and everything. But I think it is true. In the beginning, I used to think, why are they talking like this? They should be able to choose one. But it is really difficult to choose one. But maybe I think Jessica would definitely be there if I have to choose 4 or 5 of my favorites, I would say, because that was the first film. Then Raanjhanaa, I think, because that became kind of the big break that, like we call it in Hindi film industry and in India as such. So I think Raanjhanaa was the big break. And then Tanu Weds Manu Returns took me into another height, and then Rais was there, definitely. Then Article 15 was there. Then, and now recently Scoop. I think Scoop it has given me such great response that I really don't know how to fathom it.
Of course, we'll get talking about the OTT platform as well. In fact, going to watch a movie at the theatres was always a part of our lives. But OTT, of course, has taken over the way we view content. Just talking about what you mentioned, Hansal Mehta's web show Scoop, in which you play Imran Siddiqui, the editor of a daily. Do you think you finally got due credit with this role?
Yeah, I think it has changed definitely because of OTT. I think the kind of content I would say. I think audience has from last 1 month. I think it is a good news that people have started going to theater again and they are watching films in theater from the last 1 month or so. But definitely, I think the kind of content that we are creating, it has changed a lot because of OTT. I think it is also due to the long format, so you can explore characters more as writers, as directors, and then eventually as actors. So uh, I think that is definitely there. And then uh, people don't have that kind of a pressure about box office and oh, what will be the collection and what will be the opening and all those things. And suddenly you find many actors getting their due on OTT platforms. And though I was working in films a lot, and but still I got main lead in OTT. And there are so many other actors who never got chance in films, but now they are really big stars on OTT and they are doing really well. So I think it has really opened up a completely new area in that sense. Uh, and but Scoop's character, definitely it gave me a lot, and I'm still getting appreciation. It's been more than 2 months, 2.5 months, and people are still talking about it, and I'm still getting phone calls and messages and everything. But I think I have much more to offer. But I should take due names. I think Mukesh Chabra, the casting director of Scoop, and Ansel Mehta. Definitely. I think they gave me a chance to show a different side of me as an actor. I think people started to typecast me in some high energy person, or maybe a guy from UP. So that became a very convenient casting, that you can cast Zeeshan in a character where he's playing a UPite or something. So I think they were able to break that stereotype in their head first, and then they were able to convince people around the project that Zeeshan can pull this character off. And I got this opportunity, and yeah, I think that surprise element is also one of the most important reasons that why people are loving it so much.
Well, Zeeshan, talking about opportunities, if there's someone who's managed to make the most of it, definitely has to be you. And I'm sure you saw this coming somewhere, because for many actors, they have a dream to work with someone they look up to, and probably especially the big names like the Khans. You've built work of credibility from working with them, especially in such a short span of time. I'm sure working with each Khan, there was a difference. But what was it like for you, not to just work with them, but also as an actor? Must have been a great learning experience, especially, like I said, very early in your career.
I got that opportunity, I think, very early in my career, luckily. And I'm really glad, because what I understood while working with three of them, I understood that um, they still want more. They are still trying to work hard and prove things, and whatever you want to call it. And I think that was really beautiful. And uh, so that made me realize that there is no final destination in our field. You can never be, and you should never be completely satisfied and content, and you should not be like, okay, now I've reached somewhere and I've achieved something. I think it is a constant journey, and I was so lucky.
Well, as you point that out, of course, talking about learnings and experiences, I must ask you, what kind of recent work have you followed or watched that has left you inspired?
In the recent past, There are many. Actually, I saw it very late, but Cillian Murphy's performance in not just Oppenheimer, Peaky Blinders. I saw it just 1.5 or 2 years back, and it really, really inspired me. And I think I need to work more on myself as an actor. And yes, I'm ready to work more.
Well, Zeeshan, of course, in the recent past, we've also seen such immense success that South Indian films have got, and of course, the pan India response as well. I'm sure there are projects in the South, or probably directors you would love to work with. Tell us more about that.
Definitely, I would love to work with Rajamouli sir on any of the Malayali films, especially, or Tamil films. They are making great content, and I would love to be a part of that kind of content, and not just. There are many offers I'm getting from Telugu industry, Tamil industry, but not exciting enough. So I'm not just. I don't want to do a film just for the sake of it. That okay, now I've worked in Tamil industry also, or Malayali industry also, but it's more like that. I want to look out for better projects, and there are many directors. There are many directors. I think uh, Divakar is there. Divakar Banerjee. I would love to work with him. The kind of work he makes his actors do. I think that would be fabulous to collaborate with him. Shri Ram Raghavan sir is there. Then Rajkumar Hirani sir is there. There are many, but I would from the top of my head I would say Dibakar is there. Shri Ram Raghavan sir is there for sure, and Hirani sir.
Well, I'm sure all your fans will also be looking forward to that collaboration. But let's also talk to the fact that everyone does, of course, go through a little bit of a tough phase in their career, Zeeshan. In fact, one of your characters that did face backlash was in Thandav. What was that period like?
Obviously, I think it's quite clear. Like you yourself said that it was a difficult period. So I think it indeed was a difficult period. And as far as boycott trends are concerned, I think it's really foolish and rubbish thing to do, because it doesn't make any sense, honestly. If even if you want to target someone, I think they should be intelligent enough. Actually, any intelligent person would never call for boycott of anything. But okay, so if they are intelligent enough, you are not targeting just one actor or one director. You are targeting almost 500 people who worked on that film. And if you target one film, then another project also gets affected because of that. And so you are actually increasing unemployment in our country, in industry. So I think it's completely foolish and rubbish, and I think it really destroys the basic fabric of our nation and the creative the freedom and everything. I think it's a foolish thing.
Well, Zeeshan, the other side of glamour and success are definitely challenges of an actor. You know, for some, it could be nepotism, which has been a talking point on several occasions. But what is it, in your opinion, that is definitely a challenge for you as an actor?
I think there are multiple challenges that an actor face. I think for me the most important part is the kind of struggle I do with myself as an actor, and I think that should be the main priority for any of the actors. I think I don't want to demean anyone or anything, but I'm really fed up of hearing things about the struggle days and all those things. I think you chose that path. If I start cribbing about, oh, I did not have money, so they basically at the end of the day, all the discussions just uh, end up becoming about money and how I did not have any money at that time, and now I have so much money, and oh, I'll earn more money. So it's just about money. I don't know why people don't talk about your journey as an actor, in the kind of struggle you go through as actor. I think stereotyping is one of the major problems, major issues that our industry faces, and most of the actors face, and including me. So you have to keep on breaking that, and to break that, you have to say no to most of the work. So obviously, it affects you in all aspects of life. So I think that is the more important thing, and you have to be better than yourself every time that when you perform. This is what I try to do, and so I don't believe in competition, quote unquote, in that sense. I get inspired by my colleagues. I don't feel competitive with them. It's more like I get inspired. Oh, this person has raised his bar, or she has raised her bar to this level. So I can also raise my bar. But the only comparison is myself. I don't compare myself. I think we should talk about these things rather than talking about the kind of money we used to earn and the amount of money I'm making right now. I think it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, Zeeshan, we've spoken about so much that you've done so far, all of them, of course, being exciting projects. But talking about excitement, tell us definitely what is next on the cards that your viewers, your fans can look forward to.
There are many projects, actually. From last 1.5 or 2 years, I was really working a lot. And I don't know whether I should say luckily or unfortunately, but nothing released last year. And even this year, for the first half, there were no releases. So now there are almost 6, 7 things that are lined up. So after Scoop now, I think Haddi is coming out. Then there is a show with Prakash and Nana Patekar sir is acting in that. So Lal Batti is there. Then Sam Bahadur is there. It will come year end. Then there is a film called KD that will release. Then Joram is definitely doing rounds and festivals, and we are getting great response for that. So Joram will be there. Then there is another series called Canada. So there are multiple projects that are about to release. They are absolutely ready. So everything done, post production, dubbing, everything is done.
Right, Zeeshan. Of course, it sounds like all these exciting projects that all of us can look forward to. But thank you very much for talking to us here on Mirror Now exclusively. Wish you good luck at the movie. See you very soon, not just on the big screen, but also on the OTT platforms with more such exciting performances. But on that note, we leave the conversation here. And that's all I have for you. Stay tuned to Mirror Now. Lots more to continue on the other side.